Hello and welcome to Module 2, Personal Protective Equipment. In this session, you'll learn how to improve workplace safety through risk assessment and the correct selection of personal protective equipment, PPE. Discover how to identify hazards and choose the right protection for the job. Correct. A risk assessment identifies what in your workplace could harm people. It evaluates hazards and decides on necessary precautions. Legally, employers must perform a suitable and sufficient risk assessment. For 5 or more employees, findings must be documented. Generic templates without thought are not considered suitable. The employer or self-employed person holds the legal duty. A competent person should perform the assessment. This person should have the training and authority required. They must know the work, hazards, and relevant laws. They should also have the power to implement necessary controls. A hazard is something with the potential to cause harm. Risk is the likelihood of the hazard causing harm and its severity. A wet floor is a hazard. Its risk varies by location. Risk equals likelihood times severity. Both factors must be considered for effective assessment. Workplace hazards can be physical, chemical, or biological. Ergonomic and mechanical hazards also pose risks. Falls, vehicles, and psychosocial factors are significant too. Each type requires specific attention and control measures. Understanding these helps in effective risk management. The HSE outlines a 5-step method for assessing risks. First, identify the hazards. Second, decide who might be harmed and how. Third, evaluate the risks and determine controls. Finally, record findings and review them regularly. Walk through the work activities systematically. List everything that could cause harm. Consult workers and review past incidents. Check manufacturer's instructions and data sheets. Consider both routine and non-routine activities. Consider all individuals who could be affected. This includes workers, contractors, and the public. Identify special groups like new starters or expectant mothers. Understand the ways harm could occur. This step ensures comprehensive risk management. Judge the level of risk for each hazard. Decide on necessary controls using a hierarchy. Eliminate or substitute hazards where possible. Apply engineering or administrative controls before PPE. Document residual risks and necessary PPE. A risk matrix helps evaluate risk levels. It scores risk based on likelihood and severity. Low scores require monitoring. High scores need urgent action. This tool is widely used in UK industry. It provides a quick, numerical assessment of risk. Documenting findings is crucial for compliance. Record hazards, risks, and controls in place. Specify any further controls needed. Include details on PPE selected and training required. Make the assessment accessible to all affected parties. Regularly review risk assessments for accuracy. Update them after incidents or significant changes. New equipment or personnel can alter risk levels. Review annually at minimum or more frequently if needed. This ensures continued workplace safety. Once risks are assessed, suitable PPE must be chosen. It should match the risk and fit the wearer. Consider ergonomic requirements and compatibility with other PPE. Ensure it meets UK design standards. Effective PPE controls risk without increasing it. Multiple pieces of PPE must work together. Incompatibility can compromise protection. Trial combinations before purchase to ensure fit. Worker feedback is crucial for effective selection. Consider purchasing compatible ranges from the same manufacturer. PPE must fit the wearer to be effective. Offer a range of sizes for proper fit. Consider facial hair, prescription glasses, and cultural factors. Fit testing is mandatory for tight-fitting RPE. Proper fit ensures optimal protection. Consult employees on PPE selection. They provide valuable feedback on comfort and fit. Trial samples before purchase for practical insights. Adjust choices based on worker feedback. Involvement increases acceptance and compliance. Manufacturers have specific duties under PPE regulations. They must design PPE to meet health and safety requirements. Conformity assessments and proper marking are mandatory. Information sheets must accompany each PPE piece. Documentation must be maintained for 10 years. UKCA and CE marks indicate conformity with standards. They are essential for legally selling PPE in specific regions. Non-compliant PPE should not be used. Always check for these marks when purchasing PPE. They ensure the product meets safety requirements. Every PPE must include an information sheet. It provides essential use, storage, and maintenance instructions. Performance levels against standards are detailed. Risks and protection levels are specified. This information is crucial for both employers and wearers. A workshop uses solvent-based degreasers. The risk assessment identifies chemical and mechanical hazards. Gloves must resist solvents and protect against cuts. Consider combining different gloves for optimal protection. Ensure dexterity is maintained with the chosen combination. A company issued nitrile gloves for chemical protection. They failed against mechanical hazards from knives. The firm breached regulations due to improper assessment. PPE must address all identified risks. Selection should follow a thorough risk assessment. Proper practices lead to safer working environments. This is the conclusion of the video. Thank you for your attention and support.